Yeah, guys. Just wanted to come back and make a short video again because I made one yesterday. Obviously, uploaded that about the mental health while I popped out to visit a church, and there was a couple of errors in the video which I couldn't quite rectify and tried to rectify, and it actually sounded really terrible. When I was talking about the Vatican and the Roman centurion who pierced Jesus' side, I actually said Russian and tried to edit over the top of it, but it just came out appalling. And I don't know why when I loaded the video to YouTube, YouTube then duplicated that. So in the video I say Roman twice, which shouldn't have happened. And also somewhere in the video I said about stigmata rather than saying stigma around everything. So I just want to apologise for that first, guys. I just wanted to touch on mental health again because I didn't really sleep too well last night. Woke up in a bit of a somber mood today. Was a little bit upset. Sort of sat there for 5 minutes and thought, no, come on, I'm not going to let this beat me. I'm not going to let this get me down. It's as hard as some of the situations that are happening in my life at the minute are, and are very trying and testing. It's, I've been at my very worst. I think I've hit rock bottom. I need to bounce back, so I'm not going to let this get to me, no matter what. Depends. Depending on what people are throwing at me, depends on how I'm coping, and it just seems like I said yesterday. It's like a constant battle at the minute. It's like just as I sort of pick myself up, something else comes at me and gets me in a mood again. I've got 3 young children, 6, 5, and my little boy who's nearly 2 now in the next couple of months. Haven't seen them since end of August, beginning of September. I haven't spoke to them for a long time. I was told in November, I received a message in November the 6th of last year saying that I'd be able to speak to my children 3 times a week and see them once a week. That never transpired for whatever reasons, I don't know, because I haven't done anything. All I've done is attempt to try and see my children, have contact with my children, and various people are making that very difficult for me, of course, all adding to my stress and not helping with my mental health. I'm now going to try and take steps to resolve this, and like I say, I'm not going to let this get me down. I've had a read of some scriptures this morning. I've got a couple of emails that I need to reply to, that I will be replying to, and proving to these people that they have lied. One of them being the social services, because I've actually got now, I'm going to a stage 2 complaint with the social services, which I've emailed and told them I am going to point blank refuse any outcome anyway, because I know it's not going to be satisfactory for what I want, because they've lied, because they've defamated my character, because they've religiously discriminated me, and I've got all the proof and evidence of this, and I will be sending that to them with the meeting minutes that I've been sent by the Deputy Director of the Social Services, because I've met the Deputy Director about all this as well, who has also lied, which is amazing, bearing in mind this person is in such a high position of authority, and they find it that, well, we see it every day, don't we? Corruption, lies, it's not good. They work to the agenda that they want, and they paint a picture of people how they want to perceive people. Unfortunately for them, I'm not going to let them do it to me. They're not going to beat me down. They're not going to back me into a corner. I will fight them, and I will fight them all the way. Just to get this out as well, I am trying to get media attention on this. So if anyone's interested to hear my story, wants to know more about it, then give me a message and I'll happily tell you, because this needs to get out to stop this from happening to other people. Not only males, females as well. I've been told recently that there's a website that dates back as far as 10 years with quite a few stories on there about these social services. I won't state which social services just yet, but there's a lot of stories and reports on there of people that have had trouble and had their kids taken away, you know, without real evidence of anything happening, blah, blah, which is kind of what they're trying to do to me. They're trying to make me out to be some sort of animal or some sort of monster who's a danger to my children. Now, I've never, ever, ever hurt my children. I wouldn't hurt children full stop, whether they were my own or somebody else's. I don't agree with it. It makes me angry. It makes me feel sick when I read stories about it. I've actually, funny enough, sat here last night and watched 8 episodes of Surviving R. Kelly, and the things that that gentleman did to young women is absolutely appalling, and how he got away with it for so long is beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. Just goes to show you what money and fame can do. And people in quite quite influential roles can get away with, which is not right. It shouldn't be happening, and more people need to start clubbing together to do something about it, to stop it from happening. So, going back to my mental health, yeah, I've obviously, like I say, was in a somber mood, woke up a bit teary this morning, picked myself up, said, nah, I'm not going to have it. You know, it's how you want to move forward, I suppose. It's not, you know, you can't, for want of better words, we can't control what other people are saying and doing to us. We can only control our own actions and our own thoughts and everything else. And it's a battle with them thoughts and your own actions, and how you go forward from that, how you cope with it, how you deal with it, you know, and what you want to change and how you want to make things better. I have a pretty good idea in my mind how I want to make things better. It's going to take time. Some might work, some might not. It's a trial and error process, as is everything in life. But it's steps I'm going to take and see where it gets me, and if it's beneficial to me in some circumstances that are happening at the moment. I am telling myself, because I'm not going to let this beat me down, I am telling myself constantly that I have no control over what these people are doing, because I don't, to an extent. I have no control over what they say or think about me. All I can do is actually prove them wrong, which is precisely what I'm going to do. I'm fortunate enough to have a few people behind me that are willing to support me, character references, statements and things like that. I'm also fortunate enough to be clever enough to have kept an awful lot of evidence regarding certain matters in my life that I can submit also to prove that this is a big bloody joke, quite frankly. And the things that are happening to me shouldn't really be happening, and certain people shouldn't be getting away with the things that they're doing, and other people shouldn't be getting away with the agendas that they're trying to push to make me look like something I'm not. It's understandable. I said yesterday in my video, I could never understand where the flip came in, where people struggle, you know, with mental health, how they could be a relatively sane person and then lose their crap, basically. I do get that now. I do understand how trying it is for people and things that can push your buttons. In December 2017, I lost an uncle through suspicious circumstances. I won't go into too much details because of other family members and things like that. But yeah, I lost an uncle in December 2017 under suspicious circumstances. And then in January 2018, my father passed away in a foreign country, and unfortunately I wasn't able to say goodbye or go to the funeral, which obviously really chews me up even now. It still upsets me. I'm still not completely over my father's death. I still struggle with it when I think about it. And obviously, excuse me. Obviously it's a build-up. you know. Oh, sorry, I do apologise. Yeah, so it's I do get it now. It's not easy. I know I'm still not over the death of my father. I'm not coping with it when I think about it. Amongst other things that have happened in the past 2, 3 years, maybe a little bit longer, dealing with other stresses and trying to cope with other things that happened, which I'm not going to go into detail on this video. But like I say, if anyone's interested to find out more, because there's a whole lot more to this story, then please contact me and I'll happily tell you. Because like I say, the more I think things like this get out, the less chance and less likeliness there is of it happening to other people, and we can start taking steps to do things about it and get people the proper help and make sure that justice is done correctly and not corruptly. Yeah, so at the moment I'm keeping a positive mind. I'm trying to do positive things. You know, like I say, I look to Christianity sometimes and it helps. I also try to, at the moment, I'm trying to get back into fitness and that does seem to help as well quite a bit, which is another thing what I wanted to say on this video was, you know, if you are struggling with mental health and things like that, get yourself into a gym or some sort of fitness program, you know, or even just exercise at home if you've got facilities to do so. Not that you necessarily need anything. You can do sit-ups and press-ups and planks and all sorts of other exercises at home without any machinery or anything. You know, it's just positive steps, guys, and things that to take your mind off of stuff, to help overcome, you know, your own demons and things that are going on in your head that are getting you down, that make us feel low, that make us want to do things perhaps that we shouldn't be doing to hurt ourselves or others, or, you know, that in the long run are going to affect other people and hurt other people, not just ourselves. Anyway, so that's me, guys. I'll catch up again with you soon. God bless everyone and take care. And like I say, if you want to know more, just give me a message at the bottom of the video and I'll be happy to explain everything. Alright guys, take care. God bless.